Salutations! My name is Phil, aka JC Servant. I am the project coordinator on Cyberlight Comics, as well as the artist on a webcomic called Relaunches. Welcome to another one of my quick little Cyberlight comic update podcast. This particular videocast or vidcast is actually more geared towards those Cyberlight team members who are on board right now, as opposed to some of my earlier videos were geared more towards towards new people that hadn't joined on board, inviting new people on or whatnot. I wanted to give you all an update and a rundown of what's going on, what's been happening. To be honest, completely honest with you, for the last 3 weeks I've not been a good steward of my time, and this is definitely a confession. Unfortunately, I've just been a poor manager of my time, my energy that God has given me. A lot of this has to do with me just being lazy at some points and just being a little burnout in others. And I've sat down, discussed it with my wife, and have taken a number of steps to rectify the issues. One of the first things that we've been trying now for a couple of days is going to bed extremely early and waking up early so that we're giving our best hours to Bible study and the things that God has called us to do. In my case, working on Cyberlight Comics and working on the website or whatnot. So I'm going to bed right now at like 9 p.m., waking up around 4. It's fun, but it definitely works, and I can't help but think to some of the histories of the faith and whatnot, like Benjamin Franklin, who came up with the phrase "early bed, earlier rise keeps a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." A lot of the athletes, will wake up very early in the morning and get their workout done first thing in the day and get that taken care of. So sometimes it has to be that way, even for artists and webmasters and the whole 9 yards. If you want to do something and you want to do something good for God, you need to get up early and give Him the best hours of your day. Because with me, after working all day at a stressful job, I'd come home and I sit down, and sometimes after running a few errands, it would already be 7:30. And by the time I think about doing some artwork, I'd get a phone call, I would get distracted, I wouldn't get anything done. Next thing you know, it's 10 o'clock, and even then I should probably go to bed, but I never did, because I was like, well, let's stay up and watch The Late Show, or maybe I was right in the middle of something with a friend or something. We would just keep going on. Next thing you know, it's midnight, and I get up at 6 for work, not getting enough sleep, and that makes me more stressed, and it's a little bit of a vicious circle. So we're putting a stop to that, really, and trying the whole get up early thing for a while, and with some exercise to help keep the brain active and make it easier to function in the morning. The brain is tied in directly with your physical body. So if you're having, I can tell you just from my own personal standpoint and many people I've talked to, if you're having a problem focusing and concentrating at work or in the morning or getting up, a good regimen of moderate exercise, it doesn't have to be anything super killer, but just a couple of times a week, 20 minutes or 30 minutes will really help to keep you focused, at least when you get to my age in life. Anywho, now more about Cyberlight Comics and what's going on now. So I am a little bit behind some of the promises I've made, and I work hard to get caught up on some of those deadlines. For the next couple of days, really, I'm just going to be organizing my files because they are a mess. And then after that, I need to look at web hosting services. We've been using the same ModHost web server now for like 4 years, and it's a good service, but it is limited, and I'm contemplating moving to something with a higher storage capacity. The challenge with that would be moving the files over is not a big deal, but there would be a small chance that I wouldn't be able to move the bulletin board in its current iteration over. I'd have to start a new one. So keep that in mind. We would all have to make new sign-ons and whatnot if that were the case, and we'd lose our history on the board, which I really don't see as a super tragic thing. And starting over is always nice when it comes to bulletin boards, but just kind of keep that in mind. I will, of course, give everyone plenty of notice if that's the direction we move. And then after that, I'm going to get back to designing the landing page for the individual comics so that I can give everybody, once I've laid out Wildlight's page, then I know exactly what dimensions I need for graphics from everybody in order to make their own comic landing pages. So look out for that sometime soon as well. And then back to designing the main page and getting a lot of those things done. In the meantime, I'll be doing a few drawings here and there to keep in practice. So any other ideas that you guys have as far as web pages would definitely be appreciated. Feel free to contribute, and your feedback is critically important. I know not everybody can always be working on comics for Cyberlight. It's a lot of work to make a comic, and unlike myself, a lot of you have a lot of other responsibilities such as children and sick family and things like that you have to take care of. I can totally understand and relate if you're unable right now to work on a comic for the new Cyberlight launch that will be coming up soon. That's understandable. But I would ask that you take a few minutes out every day, check the bulletin board, see if there's anything new, and comment on any of the updates that I have. And from your perspective is very important. As I create this, I need other eyeballs out there to help me see what's working best, what isn't really working, to get your feedback. I'm not always going to agree with everybody, but I really do take a lot of your feedback, and I usually bounce it off the editor-in-chief, who's my wife, and just double check everything and ask her opinion. She's really good about design. And through getting all this feedback, hopefully make some of the better choices for our website as far as the look and the feel and whatnot. If you haven't seen the new test site right now, and it's very, very beta, it's got a lot of placeholders in it that will not be on the final page, but you definitely get a feel for what we're aiming at with the new animated front, the new layout, the new color scheme, and the new transparent backgrounds and center backgrounds. I think overall this looks a lot more professional than what we've done in the past. And if you've ever seen, I ought to pull it up and put a screenshot up on the bulletin board, but if you've ever seen our previous iterations of Cyberlight, you'll know that this is a huge leap ahead from where we started, and it's not a bad step forward from even what we've been using for the last couple of years. So it's definitely an exciting time to be at Cyberlight Comics. Whether you've contributed comics in the past or you're working on a new comic for the site relaunch coming up, now's an exciting time to be involved, get your comics done if you're working on comics, contribute if you're not helping comics, contribute through prayer and feedback and giving comments to the people who are currently working on it. Anything and everything is certainly appreciated. For me, it's a supreme joy and honor to work side by side with other siblings in the Christ. I formed some on Cyberlight. I formed some great friendships and relationships from this endeavor by the grace of God, and it's really, really exciting to be doing something great and wonderful for the Lord our Savior, to be counted worthy enough to work on something like this for Him with a group of really great siblings in the faith. So I really, really do appreciate it. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to write them on the bulletin board, write me an email. If you want to talk to me on Skype, my login is jcservant7. You can pull me up there. I'm there a lot of times at night. Or on MSN Messenger, pwillisgrandtheme@hotmail.com. It's written out on the website, or if you write me, I'll spell it out for you. But I'm always on Messenger. Even when I'm at work, I'm on Messenger, because that's the tool we use to communicate. So there's multiple ways to get a hold of me if you need to talk to me, if you have questions or concerns or whatnot. If you're just looking to keep up with what's going on in Cyberlight, though, be a part of the mailing list. I'll be sending out an email today. If you're not getting that and you want to be a part of it, let me know. And of course, keep your eye on the bulletin board, because a lot of my updates, as long as they don't have private information or something, I go ahead and put those up on the bulletin board as well as the email. So again, thank you all very much. I appreciate your time. Have a beautiful and wonderful, blessed day in the Lord, and we'll see you on the flip side.